Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack by using code K100 at shopmando.com. That's SHOPMANDO.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando. Next is from Keith Gallowagger, and the subject is, "Oh, come on, Eric, you're losing your mind now." Dave Meltzer recently caused some controversy when he tweeted out insider information of the whole Rock Cena Cody Rhodes angle and then deleted it. Four stupid AW shows like What Culture, Wrestle Talk, FIFO, and now even Conrad Thompson are running with this as an absolute fact. Conrad's comments are in the first minute of this clip. Conrad's comments are especially weird because he's built a podcasting empire and shows that call out Dave Meltzer for his decades of making stuff up. Could Conrad honestly think that The Rock would be calling Dave Meltzer to leak company information to Dave? Or has Schilling just gone to a demented level now? So go ahead.
I wanted to show you this for a while. I saw you respond to it on Twitter. I waited as long as I could. I can't wait to get your reaction to the old tweet and delete from the one and only Dave Meltzer. Dave was responding to a tweet that says, "My latest for NoDQ.com, where I theorize what the motivations were for John Cena, his turn both in and out of the ring." And Dave quoted it and said, "The motivation is that Dwayne wanted Cody legit. And I know this as a fact because a mutual friend last week mentioned the politics, as Levesque absolutely thought it was a terrible idea. But in a fight with Dwayne, with Nick as arbiter, he loses every time. However, several convinced Cody to simply refuse. So art was a lot like life this time. Dwayne couldn't go after Cody politically, so he let it go. Cena was the second choice, and Cena was fine with it. Punk was never asked." I find this interesting because it's rare that you see Dave peel back the curtain, if we're to believe this is true. I, for one, believe with every fiber of my being that Dave Meltzer is in regular communication with The Rock. I don't know if it's by DM or text, but you can just pay attention to Dave's reporting and know that that is a fact. What do you make of this tweet and delete, Eric?
You know, every time I read something or hear something from Meltzer, it's like I would imagine eating a fistful of and a couple of hits off the and going into a theater of the absurd performance in Venice Beach. The guy's just bizarre. I don't know why I'm not doubting that you're right, because I don't know why you feel as strongly as you do. I haven't seen evidence that you've obviously seen. I can't imagine for the life of me why in the name of Dwayne Johnson would ever spend a minute talking to Dave Meltzer unless it was to him. And because it's so easy to play him because he is a mark. He may hate that word. He hates it because it defines him, and he hates being called one, but that's what he is. And perhaps if there is a regular communication, it's because Dwayne's having a blast with him, like I know a lot of other people have. So I don't know.
That's enough.
But it's like every time.
I don't know why Conrad thinks the evidence is very clear that the Rock communicates with Dave. But bro, we've got Brian Gewirtz calling out Dave's reporting and stuff like that. That's like Rock's right-hand man. The Rock has called out Dave's reporting. So I don't know what, and it doesn't seem like Dave has a lot of good information sources at WWE, because he's getting a lot of the WWE stuff wrong unless the sources are literally just feeding him misinformation purposely. And it definitely doesn't sound like Dave double sources anything. Like anything. I mean, I understand Fightful supposedly double sources information. Like if there's a big story and stuff, but Dave just it's like report and then worry about the backlash later. I don't know. It was weird that Conrad thinks that Rock communicates with them regularly. It does not seem like that at all to me. What about you, Konnan?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, it could even be, Dave and Brian, that he communicates through Brian, and then Brian publicly pretends that he's mad at Dave, or he maybe really does. I don't know. And I don't follow Dave like I used to know if he has a bias with The Rock, or I don't know how Conrad connected the dots. What I didn't understand, and see if you can answer this for me, Disco, or even Joe, he said that The Rock wouldn't go after Cody politically. Why would he care if he's his boss? He's got way more.
Yeah, I know. This is
what we want you to do, and this is what you're going to do, and this is what you're being paid to do. But and Conrad would know, because he has a very good relationship with Cody.
Well, the funny thing was, I think this all originally started because Dave didn't watch the show. Okay, and Dave, when he went back and watched what was the show called that he turned? The Elimination Chamber? Elimination Chamber. He said when he went and won, because he was surprised. He goes, because the plans had changed.
Right.
And like nobody else has reported that, or even like every bit of information coming out of this was like, this thing has been, been the long game.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, who cares? I don't know.
Well, the fans care. That's why they're asking us the question.
It might have been Dave reporting and kind of realizing he's being fed misinformation. That could be, you know what I'm saying?
I've said this a million times, and I'll say it 1,015,000 more. I don't think it behooves Dave to be giving information that is not true, because it breaks all his credibility, and that's all he really has. And I see people tearing him down. So I don't know if maybe he has been given misinformation, or like happens in wrestling, a lot happens in AAA. We'll talk today. We had a production meeting. We talked about something. The idea changed about 5 times before we got to where we wanted, and we're still not sure if we're going to do it.
Right.
So they could have told them something. Next day they changed their mind.
Right. Yeah,
just don't report anything until you're sure.
Well, that's why I don't even like,
because it gives people the latitude to bury you and say you don't know what you're saying. And I'm not trying to defend them. I'm just saying it's a possibility.
And this is why I cannot stand, and I'm not a fan of this, and I don't even want to read it. I'm not a fan of spoilers. I don't want to know what the plans are.
Me neither.
It's just like, that's the thing.
That's why, like last week, you were like, "Oh yeah, the Celtics are playing Cleveland." And I was like, "Bro, I don't want to hear."
Right, exactly, yeah.
And you ribbed me because you go, "Oh, you're gonna like this," and they ended up losing.
But the game was a good game.
It was a good game.
Yeah, right. Well, I was watching. They were going back and forth. Like,
ride you for something.
It's interesting because it's very hard to get a good televised basketball game these days. And it had some of the top teams, right?
And it had huge ratings. You know what had even bigger ratings than that?
What?
Boston and the Lakers.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Of course, yeah.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.